Hello and welcome back to KC Grandpa Tech, where your geeky grandpa cooks all kinds of tech reviews, tech solutions, tech information, and tech news. Hey, today I want to talk to you about tech opportunities. Now, one of the biggest situations is that while the tech industry has been moving on and growing, the education available to keep up with it has not kept up. And the two areas of cybersecurity that are the greatest, of course, is cybersecurity and one other, and that's AI. So I'm going to get into some opportunities for you as a person to get some training and keep up with it. So before we get started, please like, share, subscribe to the channel. Sit back, relax, and I'll get back to you and show you some interesting opportunities. Everywhere you look, AI is now involved in some type. You hear about Google's algorithm, you hear about Amazon's algorithm, but really what it is a form of artificial intelligence. I mean, I was involved back many years in the early 60s, the early 70s and the 80s when first AI was actually invented. I worked for Xerox Corporation, and Xerox had a contract with the Navy, and we were working on a computer, an AI. I had a code name, Alicia. And from that point, that has grown fantastically to where as you have seen, when you talking on your phone and all of a sudden you talk about dog food and suddenly you've got advertisements on your phone about dog food. That's all part of the AI system. But with the future, with Elon Musk, with their own version of a robot, with the self-driving cars, with Elon Musk going to Mars, those rockets are running on AI. The SN-10, when you saw it land, it landed with an AI. Once they began a certain part of the flight, it landed on its own, and the AI had to take over. So who's going to fill those jobs? And so I'm going to talk to you about one company I found that seems to be offering some education. There's probably some others. I have not been able to locate them. But that is probably, if you're at that age where you want to make a career change or take a step up, let me talk about that right now. So the bottom line is, the sky's the limit right now. I mean, back in the 1970s, I went for my electrical engineering degree. And that time, the technology was just moving on. In fact, when I went to college for electrical engineering, the stuff that they were teaching was already outdated. Now, there are like a couple different companies, and one of them is Simply Learn. It's an online service. And these are kind of like three places you can go get training for these things. Because if you look on the job market right now for AI, they're looking for all kinds of jobs, all kinds of information, all kinds of people. And don't believe you can't do it. That is a big thing. If you believe you have the ability, you can do it. Because I'll tell you a story, a true story. Years and years ago, I worked for Xerox. And Xerox had a place called El Segundo Labs, which they were developing the latest in technology at that time. And there was a woman who had very long nails, true story. And she kept chipping her nails, typing away, and she was writing code. So she invented the graphical interface that you see in Windows, which later became the Star system, which later was copied by Apple and Microsoft. But she invented the graphical interface. She didn't want to keep typing the same thing over and over again. And take an opportunity. If you're looking for a career, a changing career, this is some of the decisions that you should consider, because AI right now is a hot field, and the amount of engineers, AI certified engineers, is extremely low. So I hope this information has been helpful for you. check it out. These are just 3 places that I showed you. You can go to Simply Learn. They have a whole bunch of online courses, so you can take these courses while you're at home, from online, without having to actually go to school, in most cases. At any rate, again, take care now. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And we'll be back to you with some more tech news, tech information, or tech solutions pretty soon.